In this exercise tutorial, I'm going to be taking you through how to use the upright cycle in your gym, and specifically this one is a Technogym upright cycle. So firstly, all of these are very similar. However, there are some slight different settings on the Technogym one, which I'll run through in this video. So firstly, when it comes to clients and setting them up, if I don't know what the seat height is for them, the best thing that I can teach them is firstly to pop one foot into the pedals, place both hands on the cycle for support, and then just bring the second foot into the pedal as well. Now at this position, my bottom leg, so for example here my left leg's high and my right leg is at the bottom here of my cycle revolution, I want to have my bottom leg, when I do a cycle revolution, to have a soft bend in the knee. So even again, this is still a little bit too low for me. That would be the setting that I would be comfortable, because when I come to the bottom, I'm not locking my knee out and my knee's not so high where it's going to bang into the machine. Once I've got that set up for me, I'm then going to fasten myself into position. So I like to use the cue of fastening into the bottom lace. So on this machine, what we do is we have a lever, you can see the yellow lever here. I pull it up and it will tighten my foot into place. I don't want it so tight that it's cutting off circulation to my feet, and I don't want it loose where my foot could slip out when I was doing cycle revolutions. So I'm going to do the same on the other side, exactly the same. Once I'm now set up, I've got several handle points. I've got one here, I've got one in the middle, and also one to the sides. You'll see two of the handle points have silver on them, and these two are for heart rate monitors. So if my hands are on the narrow ones or the wide ones, it will pick up my heart rate. I also have plus and minus buttons on the sides of the upright cycle. So rather than me touching the touchscreen interface, I can press the plus and the minus buttons to increase resistance and difficulty or decrease resistance and difficulty. So some people like to have themselves in this position where they can quickly toggle the plus and minus buttons. So let's now go through the touch screen interface. So when you start cycling, automatically it will start up the machine. However, if you just want to manually start it, you can press the start button. Once you do that, you're going to come onto your main screen. It will say the time, the amount of calories you've burnt, the distance, which on this machine is in kilometers, the amount of watts and power you're generating, your revolutions per minute, so your speed, and it will also pick up your heart rate if you're on the heart rate monitors. Also as well, you can log in to the My Technogym Wellness Cloud, and that can track your workouts as well, so you can keep a log of them. If you don't want to press the plus and the minus buttons on the sides of the machine, you can also do that via pressing the plus and the minus buttons, and that will increase the effort level. If I scroll to the side, what I've also got is you can look at the weather, you can change the language, go on Facebook, the radio, websites, or you can play games. You also can go on YouTube. You can decide to make it more interactive by picking outdoor circuits as well. If I go back to the main screen, the final few options you've got is you can watch the TV, and also you can tune in to radio as well. On the main screen, we also have an exercises tab, which if we click onto that, you'll see high to low blocks, hills, cross training and burnout. And this means if I pick one of these, what will happen is the resistance will go up automatically and down automatically to simulate which section I am doing. So for example, on a hill, the resistance would go up as we're going up a hill and down as we're going down a hill. If I go back onto the home screen, you'll also notice we've got three interactive tabs here. We can pick an exercise goal in time. So this is ideal for people that want to have, let's say for example, a certain amount of minutes they're on the machine, then for the machine automatically to go into a cool down and then turn off. If I come back onto the main screen, we've got two more. Those are burnout and also hills, and again those are sections which are in the exercises tab. If you want to make it more interactive, click the outdoors tab, and that way, as opposed to going and just looking at statistics for the whole of your workout, you could cycle in somewhere like Italy And as you're cycling, you'll go through the stage. So you can see here, if I start cycling, I'm going to progress through this, and it means it's a little bit more interactive. And you've also got a point here where you can actually start to time the circuits that you do on these certain tracks as well. Once you've come to the end of your workout, all you're going to do is stop the machine in place. Make sure you have one hand at all times on the cycle, and you're going to then come to this black lever here. It's just inside the yellow lever that we use to fasten this into place. I'm going to press it out away from my body, and that has now loosened and released the grip on my feet. I'm going to do exactly the same on the other side. Again, one hand always on the cycle. And now what I can do is I can bring my top leg out whilst having both hands on the machine. Bottom leg comes out, and I'm out of the upright cycle. That is how to use the upright cycle in your gym, and specifically how to use the Technogym one.